5 Talk Street is sponsored by American Eurocopter.
Welcome back to 5 Talk Street. I'm Mark Hayes. My next guest is Dr. Stephen Jones. He's the Interim Executive Dean for the SNAP Division and Project Director for the STEM Success Grant at Mountain View College, which is part of the Dallas County Community College District. And welcome. What a pleasure to have you here, Doctor.
Thank you for having us, Mark.
Let's talk about STEM, and first of all, why it's important to get young kids involved in STEM studies, because, you know, we just had a segment where we talked about kids playing these computer games and not even realizing that they're really involved in engineering and mathematics and the sciences already.
That is so true. And not only computer games, when they go on the internet, and you even have students now as early as elementary school that are involved in computer programming. So the technology is there, but for some reason, there's a disconnect. And if we don't continue to engage these students, we're going to have a problem in the future for us here in America about jobs.
Yeah.
Because these students are going to have to be technology savvy and go ahead and make that jump into science, technology, engineering, or mathematics.
Yeah, why is this so important for Dallas-Fort Worth? I mean, you know, Dallas-Fort Worth has so many global corporations, not just national, but I mean, you know, Dallas-Fort Worth reaches out and touches the world. So why is STEM so important to this area?
All of those corporations you're talking about in some way touch STEM, and they're going to need STEM professionals. And if we don't find a group of students who are going to migrate into that area, we're going to be at a loss. We're going to have to go to other countries to find workers. And then the workers here in the United States, they're going to be continuing looking for jobs.
Right, right. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening at Mountain View College now and this $4.1 million grant that runs through 2016, because this is a big deal.
Yes, it is. Mountain View is very fortunate to be able to depend on the Department of Education to supply us with the $4.1 million over the course of 5 years, in which we're able to reach out to minority students and especially women to come to Mountain View and be re-engaged in STEM. We're providing them with the introduction into 3D technology, and we also are integrating learning communities within our classrooms. And we're trying to make certain that our great faculty, our STEM faculty, get exposed to these students, because they're able to take these complex and abstract concepts and break it down so these students can really understand.
Which is the key.
Sure.
You know, for a young person, you know what, if they feel like they can master it, they'll stick with it.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. Let's talk about what you can do with STEM skills, because, you know, some of these jobs we're talking about are good paying jobs.
Definitely. Well, within STEM, if you talk about your cell phone, within just looking at your cell phone, most people think of an engineer is the one that designs it, but you need somebody to put it together. Right. So you have technicians. You have individuals that are machinists that you need to machine various parts of these large robots and different things that we're using even in this studio. Here in the area of STEM, we often forget about those scientists. We focus on the technology because we are always inundated with the things that are coming from Apple and different industries. But we really need scientists as well, because if we want to find the cure for the diseases of today and tomorrow, we're going to need top-notch scientists to come into the Dallas-Fort Worth area and help us find cures for these dreaded diseases.
Yeah. Over at Mountain View, who can take advantage of the program and the grants that are going on there now, the money that's available?
Any student that has an interest in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or any student that is willing to take a course in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Because within our program, we're not just trying to recruit students, we're trying to persuade students from other areas into STEM. And a part of our curriculum, that's a part of our core curriculum, we have science courses. Okay. And when we make those courses interesting to them and expose them in such a way to concepts that they probably didn't have an understanding of, but they have a an inkling of an idea of what's involved, they may want to get deeper into those studies.
Right. I hear my nephew down at Prairie View A&M. He's an engineering major, and he talks about the hands-on stuff that they're doing when they're out on different construction sites.
Yes.
And when they really get involved, that's when they really get excited about it.
That is so true. We have a group at Duncanville High School. They are working with the city of Duncanville, and they're going to create a wireless network within one of the parks.
Wow.
They have designed it. They're going to help implement it. And this is something that some students will never get a chance to do in their lifetime in high school.
Right.
And they're going to get high school credit as well as college credit in the midst of this design.
Wow.
And that's just one of the projects that we're allowing students to get involved in at Mountain View.
Wow.
We also have integrated 3D technology into the classroom. And most kids think 3D, you think of the movies.
Right.
But what we're doing, we have studies that show that with this 3D technology, you allow students to interact with things with their hands, as you were saying, hands-on. Most of the time we think about the lab, but here with our 3D iCube Cave, students not only can just look at their computer and it comes at them, it's all around them.
Wow.
So they will be able to get into different concepts in a very special way, unlike they've never done before.
Wow. Dr. Jones, congratulations. We certainly appreciate your efforts. Wow. Fantastic stuff going on.
Yes.
And for more on NBC5 STEM Initiative, just log on to NBCDFW.com and search STEM. We'll be right back with more good stuff. Stay with us.